Vice Chancellor, Registrar, fellow academics, graduates, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the guest of honor this evening, Ambassador Hideaki Musukoshi, the Ambassador of Japan to Sri Lanka. Ambassador Musukoshi graduated with a Bachelor's of Arts from the Faculty of Law of the University of Tokyo in 1985. Thereafter, he joined the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Government of Japan in the same year. He had an illustrious career in the ministry, serving in various divisions. Some of the posts he held included Director of the International Counterterrorism Cooperation Division of the Foreign Policy Bureau, Director of the International Peace Cooperation Division of the Foreign Policy Bureau, Director of the First Southeast Asia Division of the Asian and Oceanian Affairs Bureau, Director and later Director General of the Intelligence and Analysis Service, Deputy Director General of the Foreign Policy Bureau, and Assistant Vice Minister of the Minister's Secretariat and Global Issues Cooperation Division. In between, he also served as the Special Advisor to the Governor of Tokyo on Foreign Affairs. During his career, he had various special assignments in numerous Japanese missions overseas. These included the following. He was the first secretary in the Embassy of Japan in the Republic of Korea from 1996 to 1999. The first secretary in the Embassy of Japan in France from 1999 to 2001. The counselor and thereafter the minister in the Embassy of Japan in the Republic of Korea from 2007 to 2011. The minister in the Embassy of Japan in USA from 2011 to 2014. He assumed duties as the Ambassador of Japan to Sri Lanka in November 2021. This year, the year when we mark the 70th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic ties between Japan and Sri Lanka, it is a privilege for the university to have the ambassador at the grand finale of our postgraduate convocation. Ambassador, I would like to invite you to take the floor and address the audience.
Senior Professor H.D.Karunaratne, Vice Chancellor of the University of Colombo, Honorable Professor G.L. Pires, former Foreign Minister, Deans and Professors, distinguished faculty members, graduates, and their proud parents, all the respectable participants, ladies and gentlemen. Ayuboang, Wanakam, good evening, and konbanwa. It is no less than my great honor to stand here on this auspicious occasion, the final session of the ceremonial graduation of the University of Colombo, and to give a few words for the future torchbearers of this country. I wish to thank our good old friend, Senior Professor H.D.Karunaratne, Vice Chancellor of the University of Colombo, for extending myself this valuable opportunity and honor, side by side with Professor G.L. Pires, former foreign minister, who himself had served as the Vice Chancellor of this most acclaimed university in Sri Lanka. I would like to begin by expressing my heartfelt congratulations to not only those who are present here, but also for those who could not be present because of the shortage of fuel or other reasons from the economic crisis of this country, for earning the certificate to fulfill your future, which is attestation of many years of hard work and dedication. Ladies and gentlemen, today I was asked to give a word of encouragement on building your careers and a message upon your departure towards greater chapters of your life. Come to think of it, I was also once a student like yourselves in the law faculty of University of Tokyo, brimming with new hopes and growing aspirations. There have been various good memories in my university days. I will introduce just one episode of my university days that I still cherish. As a student belonging to a seminar on international law, I was chosen as a member of a Japanese team to compete in the JESUP International Moot Court competition. It was a worldwide competition of law school students on a hypothetical case in the International Court of Justice, and it was held in Washington, D.C. We competed with students of many other countries and made friends with them and had a very good time together after the competition. Although we did not rank high in the competition, this experience of arguing on international problems and also making friends with foreign students led me to my career in the international relations, namely a diplomat. Over the course of my long career that extends nearly 40 years, as have been introduced, I had served in various countries, including France, South Korea, and the United States, before assuming ambassadorship in this beautiful island country. During each tenure, as well as during my services in Tokyo, I was given a variety of opportunities to see the world, interact with people with different cultural background, and witness the historic events with my own eyes, including perhaps what Sri Lanka has been going through recently. Ladies and gentlemen, Sri Lanka is now in a serious economic crisis. A Japanese word that connotes crisis, in Japanese, kiki, is composed of two opposing Chinese characters. One means danger, and the other is opportunity. The implication encapsulated in this contradiction is also pronounced in the famous saying by Sir Winston Churchill, which is phrased in the following lines. The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty. In these times of growing uncertainty, this word of wisdom echoes even louder and clearer in our hearts, casting the growing light on the path that we should follow, while giving us a critical hint to face the impending challenges. The shimmering light of hope, which is the strength of the optimist, as Sir Winston Churchill suggests, comes from strong self-confidence that stems both from within and without oneself. What I mean by this is that the key to perceiving the world optimistically is to cultivate one's insight that enables you to make the right choices at the right moments, and to create far-reaching networks by making tight and resilient friendship with mutual respect and trust. The academic certificates you receive today, which shall assure your self-confidence most enduringly, would not only empower you to achieve your professional excellence, but also promise you to unfold the rising horizons of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, the most familiar and distinguished figure who inspires to such greater vista of life is none other than Vice Chancellor H.D. Karunaratne himself, who clearly sees his expansive horizon furthering academic progress of his motherland, while strengthening scholarly interactions with Japan and Sri Lanka, in particular between those among the future generations. After obtaining PhD in economics from prestigious Nagoya University in Japan, Senior Professor Karunaratne earned high reputation through his vigorous academic pursuit and commitment over the course of many great years. He has written more than 100 publications on Japanese growth model alone, while delivering a series of lectures in the leading universities, both in Japan and Sri Lanka. Since 2020, Senior Professor Karunaratne has also been serving as the director of the University of Tokyo Sri Lanka office, whose aim is to invigorate academic exchanges between Japan and Sri Lanka by creating stronger currency amongst the top students in this island nation to pursue higher education in Japan. Despite being confronted by a chain of challenges since its inception, immediately facing the global pandemic of COVID-19 and the current economic crisis, Senior Professor Karunaratne has been conducting more than 50 seminars every year, both physical and virtual, to reach out to the students far and wide, all island-wide. One would wonder whether he ever gets the time to sleep. But such is his dedication that makes us realize that when your path is enlightened, the sense of time is lost. Recognizing his outstanding contribution, the government of Japan has announced the conferment of Foreign Minister's commendation on Senior Professor H.D. Karunaratne as a token of its unmitigated appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, today, while availing this auspicious opportunity, I take great pleasure in decorating Senior Professor Karunaratne with this special honor, which would also symbolize our excellent bilateral relationship, marking the 70th anniversary of its diplomatic journey this year. Under Senior Professor Karunaratne's insightful guidance, I am beyond all doubts that our academic interactions will further grow from strength to strength, and by following his spirit, many more next H.D. Karunaratne shall be born from the University of Colombo in their respective pursuits. I look forward to working even more closely with Senior Professor H.D. Karunaratne, as well as the faculty, staff, and students, to further cementing our relationship with common horizon in sight. On this note, I wish to conclude my remarks by reiterating my sincere appreciation for having me here today, and by extending all graduates we have just taken their first step towards their own horizon. My very best wishes. Congratulations on your happy commencement day. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the plaque which is now being presented to Professor Karunaratne, it says Certificate of Commendation. Minister for Foreign Affairs of Japan extends his deepest regards to Senior Professor H.D.Karunaratne in recognition of his distinguished service in promoting mutual understanding between Japan and Sri Lanka, contributing to the friendship and goodwill between Japan and other nations. Awarded on the 20th day, the eighth month and third year of Reiwa, that is 2021. Motegi Toshimutsu, Minister for Foreign Affairs of Japan.
Your Excellency, we have a small gift from the University of Colombo. Your Excellency, I take special thanks for your presence in the University of Colombo convocation. I now declare the current session of the year 2019 ceremonial conferment of the postgraduate degrees University of Colombo closed. Thank you.